Hello everyone, this is the last word. Yes, hello everyone, how are you doing? I'm doing fine before you ask, thank you very much. My voice may have gone again when I'm outside the Spurs stadium. Newcastle have came away again with another win. One of the very rare games that I missed last season, in fact any season, because I missed, I think it was 2 or 3 last season. Johnny was here and Zima got beat 5-1. Obviously lockdown, we couldn't see the 1-1 draw when we got the penalty. But the year before that I was there for the Joe Linton, so technically I've seen 2, won 2 here. I quite like this stadium, I do. It's definitely my favourite in London, put it that way. Bit of a nightmare to get to mine because there's no tube station for a little bit of a walking distance. But hey, look, this is the last word. Welcome everybody. If you can pause for a second and help us out by smashing the like button, that'd be wonderful for 2 reasons. Because we fucking won and we're sitting in 4th. And second reason, it's all me doing the graft on the videos today, all the way other end of the country. So, madness, absolutely madness. We'll get on to the game as much as I can remember about it and the tsunami that's happened in half time. So, let's take it back to the lineup with Newcastle. So there's only one change, and that was probably the biggest surprise really, because we all thought Callum Wilson couldn't play 3 games in a week, but he did. He started all 3. Very, very little rotated this week. Only one change from 3 games. So I was very, very surprised by that. We talked about it on the channel after the midweek game, that we thought, look, there'll be some changes, but there wasn't. Of course, Spurs being at home after their defeat against Manchester United, we're thinking, right, okay, time to bounce back. Obviously, Son and Kane are the danger. Obviously, Kulichevsky, if I've said that right, because I've never pronounced his name, Richarlison were missing for them, which would probably be a bit of a miss because they needed goals today. But let's start off with, I thought the crowd were actually at the start of the game were pretty quiet, to be honest with you. Spurs obviously started really well. Son having a couple of chances, a curler, and then he also had the 1-on-1 which Pope saved. I can't get my words out, and it was clear off the line. But then Newcastle had a bit of momentum. They were getting on the ball, they were moving forward, and the first goal. And I said this, I'd rather have Nick Pope over Lloris at the minute, and it's gone to prove it once again. So Lloris has come flying out of his goal and tries to clear into Callum Wilson's wrestled him, if you want to call it that, Spurs fans. I'll take that, and puts it in the back of the net. That's what I can remember at the other end of the ground. I can't remember much about it because I haven't seen any replays. I'm doing it instantly as soon as I come out here. And then it went to VAR for a long time, and the goal was given, which is great. Obviously the Spurs players were not very happy with that, but we're going 1-0 up and then thinking, right, okay, brilliant, we've scored. We've hit one objective this afternoon. But no, it wasn't long after that. Miggy, fucking hell, what's happened to him? What's happened to Miguel Almiron as my voice starts again? I've got a man cold as well, by the way. I'm not trying to put that as an excuse. What's happened to him? Great finish, 1-on-1, pace, puts it back in corner past Lloris, 2-0 up. Think, what the fuck's happening here? What's going on with this team? We're 2-0 up away to Spurs. Fucking hell. So we're 2-0 up, and then the crowd, after the first, and in particular the second goal, livened themselves up, because I did feel like the away fans were a little bit flat until we scored, and then we didn't stop singing. You've seen the match reaction, which you can barely hear me, by the way, inside the stadium. If you haven't seen that, go back and have a look at that after this. I'm inside the ground. You can barely hear us because of the noise, because I do it as the fans are celebrating. But Newcastle got in half time. You're thinking, right, okay, buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Travelled all this way down, spent a lot of money coming here, and to see my team win. There's moments like that during the season that you live for, and we're having loads of them. I said it in the match reaction, I'll say it again now, we're having more and more often of these. You're going to start enjoying these a lot more. None of this 2 or 3 times a season. It seems to be happening so much more under Eddie Howe, and more the merrier, because we've suffered for 13 years under Mike Ashley. But come out the second half, look, I expected Newcastle to part of the bus a bit. 2-0 up, Spurs to come out with. They did come out with, but Pope did have 1 or 2 easy enough claims, saves, distribution. I felt they eventually got the goal, didn't it? And it took a long time. That went to offside, VAR check with Harry Kane, who loves a goal against us. If you put the odds on Harry Kane scoring today, you would have won today. And 2-1, I think, as I'll use a Fergie expression, squeaky bum time, because it was, I think, Newcastle to hang on, but I didn't feel threatened it too much by Spurs, because we were in the first half they were countering, in the second half we were countering. I didn't feel that threatened by them. So yes, there was a few changes by both sides, but as the clock ticked down, Newcastle won. In all honesty, I don't remember much about the second half, and I'll tell you why. It's because at half time there was a fucking tsunami, a fucking storm came into the stadium. I'm not joking. The first time in all the thousands, 1,000, 2,000 games that I've been to as a fan, I've never ever experienced that ever. A fucking storm inside the stadium. So the whole fan base ran on the concourse in the tunnels, because it wasn't just rain, it was fucking torrential rain. Do you remember the ice bucket challenge a few years ago? That's what it was like on every fan. Get a bucket of water out of heat, see you later. So it already kicked off by the time I came back out, so eventually calmed down. But anyway, that was fun in games at half time. You might see a little bit on that on the vlog. If you haven't seen that, go back, check it out. But yeah, Newcastle hung on, and then the scenes at the end, you've seen it on the match vlog. It's just brilliant. People with the tops off. We've got Bruno in the middle, Botman at the back, and all that. Isaac in attacking, what have you. And obviously, who's that team we called United? Songs were coming out and everything. Eddie Howe and giving it large and all that, and it was class. It was class at the end. Great scenes by Newcastle, and it's mad to think how far we've come in the space of a year, because it's only just been literally a year since the takeover, and Newcastle are flying, and that's early doors in the Premier League, and you kind of get yourself carried away because we've got the World Cup, and the World Cup might be a bit of distraction that Newcastle don't need, because we're doing so well. When you struggle, you think, oh, it's a good time to have a break, but I think in the minute Newcastle didn't want that World Cup to come, because we're playing so well, and the two Manchester City couldn't beat us, Man United couldn't beat us. Liverpool needed a dodgy 98th minute goal, overtime being played. That's the one defeat we've had all season, League and Cup. And then we came at Spurs' backyard and put a statement out. It's a statement tonight. You want Champions League? Have some of this. Do you know what I mean? So we've put a statement out saying, do you know what? We might not get top four, we're going to be soon enough with this win. Because I don't think Newcastle, as the season goes on, and especially if they invest in January, won't be a million miles off a European place this season. Beautiful, man. Let's look at the league table. I'm rabbiting on, and yeah, there's the table. I'm in fucking blissful mood to eat. I don't know how the fuck I'm staying in ballroom wood to eat, by the way. So I've got to get back to Seven Sisters or the Overground and head back up. But with it being a Sunday, it's just going to be awkward. But you know what? This is what I do in away days. Just mint. Look at the league table. I've gone off track. I'm sorry. This video is all over the place. But I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit that the videos are all over the place, because Newcastle are fucking flying in the league. And I've got all my tune gear on, and it's very, very rare. Underneath I have as well. It's very rare I wear my tune gear on away trips, because I know that I've got to get on the same journey, tubes and stuff, as the opposition. But I'll secretly enjoy it. Right. By the time this video goes out, it's late. I'm already at the hotel putting this out. If you can help us out, please do by smashing that like button, everybody. What a win. And do you know what? I'm going to leave you with some more scenes at the end, because I think you've just got to soak it in and enjoy it. From North London, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. See you later, everyone. Bye-bye.